What's going on, you guys? This is TechHD and I'm so excited about this video because we're going to be talking about Amazon Prime Day 2024, which starts on the 16th and the 17th of this month. And I partnered with OBSBOT to talk about the Tail Air, which is their AI-powered PTZ camera, short for pan, tilt, zoom, for those of you guys that don't know, and is an absolute beast. I've been using it for weeks now when it comes to live streaming on my Twitch channel, and so if you guys want to see how I utilize the camera, I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below to my Twitch so that you guys can check it out. And so just to let you guys know, just for reference, you guys are looking at the footage coming directly from the OBSBOT Tail Air right now, and it is an absolute beast. What it has to offer is insane. So it has an HDMI port so that I could connect it to an Atomos Shinobi to see the live feed footage. And then it also has a mic jack, so I could attach my wireless lavalier microphone directly to the OBSBOT. I don't have to worry about syncing it in post or anything like that, which is absolutely insane. And the camera itself has a built-in battery and a micro SD card slot, which is absolutely insane. So when it comes to live streaming and recording, it has a lot of features. So we're going to be going over the major features that the OBSBOT Tail Air has to offer and how it could be utilized when it comes to recording and streaming. And since this is a product that qualifies for Amazon's Prime Day 2024, OBSBOT wanted me to let you guys know about some of the deals that's going on. So if you guys purchase from Amazon, use the code OBSBOT and you guys will get 5% off from the purchase, which is about $24.95. If you guys purchase it from OBSBOT's website directly, use the code TechHD and you guys also get 5% off, which is again $24.95. On Prime Day specifically, which is going to be on the 16th and the 17th, the Tail Air is going to be 10% off, and you guys can still use the code and that will give you an additional 5% off, giving you 15% off total from the purchase, which is absolutely insane. And like I said, this has a lot to offer when it comes to live streaming and recording. If you're going to be recording anything when it comes to multicam support, when it comes to podcasting, there's so many possibilities to use this camera for. I'm gonna have everything down in the description below so that you guys can go check it out. I'm gonna have the links and all that, and I'm gonna have the codes. And without further ado, let's get started. So let's talk about one of the major features of the OBSBOT Tail Air, and that's their AI PTZ capability. So if you guys aren't familiar with PTZ cameras, this camera can pan, tilt, and zoom. So that alone gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to streaming, but also the Tail Air has AI auto tracking. So now you can have the camera track you and stay locked onto you while you're moving around. It can also automatically zoom in and out, and so if you want to move around in your setup and like to show your room, it can now easily do that, and it's accurate. You can change the speed to be slow, standard, and fast, and it could keep up with you. You can turn your back around the camera, crouch, run, and it stays locked onto you. I love using this feature when I'm making my G Fuel during my live streams, so if I'm getting ice, my shaker cup, water, and the tub, I know the camera is going to track me. You can also have the Tail Air do a wide tracking, a close-up, a half body, a full body, or just set it to auto and it'll find the best settings for that scene. So there's a lot that you can do with this for streaming. Now let's say for example you are recording and you are usually a one-man show and you don't have anyone to record you. Now you have a camera that will track and zoom for you, and you can now freely showcase whatever you want to do. So if you're doing tutorials on, let's say, sports like soccer and you want to demonstrate something, or you're a photographer and you want to record a time lapse of yourself setting up a shoot, you'll have no problems with this camera following you. The next major feature to add to the PTZ capability is the fact that you can save up to 3 presets. You can now do all of your adjustments and then save it as a preset, and now you can easily trigger it. So to show you an example of how I use this feature, I have preset 1 set to when I'm sitting down and gaming. It does a 1.75 times zoom in, pans down and tilts a bit, and that's it. Very simple and straightforward. Preset 2 is when I use my motorized standing desk and I want to stream while standing up. I just hit P2 and it adjusts the pan a bit up, zooms out to about 1.48 times, and now I'm still in the frame very easily. Preset 3 is when I'm doing a VR gaming live stream and I use my green screen. So I need to raise my motorized desk all the way up and hit the P3, and the Tail Air will pan up more, tilt a bit, and zoom in at about 1.87 times, and now I can show my whole body and have the whole green screen in the frame and don't need to worry about cropping it in OBS. This seriously makes my life so much easier when I want to stream and gives me a lot more creativity. You can also do this when it comes to recording. Let's say for example you want to record a 2-person podcast. You set one preset to be the wide shot of showing both of them, The second preset is to do a close-up of one person, and a third preset is to do a close-up of the second person. And that's just one of many things that you could do with the presets. The next major feature is all the ways that you could connect the OBSBOT tail air. First off, it has a USB-C port to not only charge the camera's built-in battery, but you can also connect it to your PC and enable UVC mode, and now the camera will simply act as a webcam. If you're running multiple cameras through USB-C, sometimes there's a lot of bandwidth and stability issues, so you can also connect the camera over micro HDMI and use a capture card, which is my favorite way to hook up. I'm using the Elgato Camlink Pro, and that gives me 4 HDMI ports and connects through PCIe, so no USB, and it's so much more reliable, and it just recognizes the camera with no issues. To connect wirelessly, you can connect the tail air to OBS Studio using RTSP or SRT mode. For RTSP, go to the app, enable the mode, then go to the About device, go to RTSP wireless network, and copy that info. In OBS, create a media source, uncheck the local file, and in the input, paste the info, and the live feed should just pop right up. For SRT mode, it's basically the same thing. In the app, go to the SRT settings and set it to the listener mode, and copy that local IP address and local port. Then in OBS, create a media scene, and in the input, enter SRT:// the IP address, then another colon symbol, then the local port, and finally a question mark, and hit OK. The live feed should just pop up after that. Now you are able to show the live feed from the camera straight to OBS completely wireless. Keep in mind that both the camera and the computer need to be connected to the same internet, and the feed will give you a bit of a delay of about 1 to 2 seconds. The last way you could connect the tail air is over NDI, but this isn't a free option. You do need to buy an NDI license key on OBSBOT's website, and it's going for around 99 bucks. Also, if you want to go wired, you need to get the USB-C to Ethernet adapter, and that's another 99 bucks. So that's $200 additional, but I love this option if you want a stable connection. It supports power over Ethernet, but if your router doesn't support that, you also have a USB-C port for power. Now you can enable the NDI mode and easily see the live feed wherever you are, as long as you're in the same network and with a low latency and stable connection. So there's multiple ways to connect the OBSBOT tail air, and it's absolutely insane. The fourth major feature is the OBSBOT Start app and Center software. The app is where you could control everything from the tail air. You could control the pan, tilt, zoom of the camera, the tracking speed. You can change the AI tracking, adjust the presets, change the audio settings, the output settings, and the recording quality and frame rate. There's even manual camera settings for videographers that are familiar with that, so you can change your ISO, shutter speed, exposure, white balance, enable HDR, and even set an ISO up and lower limit, so that is crazy to see. You can also hit record to the micro SD card and live stream directly to platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at 1080p and adjust the bitrate right from the app, or connect to any platform through RTMP, so those IRL streams are gonna be nice. Also, you can view the footage right through the app with audio without needing to transfer anything or removing the memory card, which is nuts. And there's this cool AI multi-tab called Director's Grid, which will show you recommended angles, your presets, and what's on air right now, so you can simply switch between scenes with just a simple press. Lastly, looking through the live feed through the app gives you little to no delay at all, which is really insane because other camera manufacturers and their apps have so much delay. I love how responsive this is. All of this works with the OBSBOT Center software as well, so you don't need to use the app and still be able to control everything on the computer, and I can even hit record through the software onto the micro SD card or even directly to a folder on my PC, which is insane. No need to remove or transfer anything. I love that. The fifth major feature is the gesture controls. So if you are a one-man show and you want to record without the need to go through the app, you can show the camera the OK sign with your hand, and the camera will beep and the indicator light will blink to let you know that it started recording. If you want it to start tracking you, you show your hand and the indicator light will start to blink and switch to blue to let you know. To zoom in, you can adjust how much zoom you want in the app and show the camera the L symbol and the indicator light will blink. You can also do a dynamic zoom with both of your hands doing the L symbol and going in and out, but I prefer to look at the live feed while doing this. So now you can easily control your camera with gesture controls. The sixth feature is its portability. Since the tail air is a mixture between a webcam and a camera, on the camera side it's very compact and portable. It comes with its own storage case, so when it comes to travel, you can have the camera, a USB cable, and any other small accessories you want in the case, and it fits in a small sling bag and you are good to go. Second, even though it's small and compact for a camera, it still has a micro SD card slot for internal recording, an internal battery with indicator lights to let you know roughly the percentage it's at, a built-in microphone with automatic gain and noise reduction, and a mic jack to connect an external microphone. So let me show you guys real quick how the audio sounds like. Alright, so now you guys are listening to the audio coming directly from the OBSBOT Tail Air. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I have the noise suppression set to 1, and I have it set to automatic gain, and I'm about an arm's length from the camera itself. So let me know what you guys think. But now we're going to be hooking up an external microphone to the mic port of the OBSBOT Tail Air and show you guys how much flexibility you have while using this camera with external audio. Alright you guys, so now you're listening to the audio coming directly from a lavalier setup, and this is a wireless setup. So I have the receiver hooked up directly to the OBSBOT Tail Air, whereas I have the transmitter in my pocket here, and this is all from Sennheiser. So I'm gonna leave a link down in the description below to the audio, the microphones that you guys are listening to right now. But the benefit of this now is I could walk as far as I want, wherever I want, and you guys should still be able to hear me. So whenever it comes to like presentation, if you guys want to showcase something, if you guys want to demonstrate something while you guys are moving around, while it's tracking you, you could do that. So that's the really good thing as far as using an external microphone. And I love the fact that the OBSBOT Tail Air has a microphone jack built into it. So you have the flexibility of using the built-in microphone, you have the flexibility of using an external microphone. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. The seventh feature is that this works with the Elgato Stream Deck. It makes it so much easier to use the presets, zoom in and out, enable tracking, and reset. I don't have to worry about the app, I don't have to open it up, I just use the Stream Deck and everything works, and I'm happy that they added support for this. I have a row of just settings on my Stream Deck XL, and I use all of them when I'm streaming. It's that necessary for me. And the eighth and last major feature is the video quality. Now, I was skeptical at first using the Tail Air for streaming. I'm so used to using a Micro Four Third and a full frame mirrorless camera with a nice low aperture lens, and I remember webcams not being so good back in the day when it comes to small sensors, bad in low light, and little to no manual settings. But the OBSBOT Tail Air is a camera in the size of a webcam. It can do 4K at 30 frames and 1080p at 60, which is at this point becoming the standard, but it also has a much bigger sensor compared to traditional webcams and a low aperture of f1.8, so it lets in a lot of light and does great in low light, and that's so important for gamers and streamers. We love to game in the dark, and we don't want the video quality to have a lot of noise and graininess. On top of that, it has HDR, so you're gonna get some really good dynamic range in the low and bright areas and better colors. If you use the Tail Air for outdoors, you'll see it perform better in HDR when it comes to the bright skies and shadowy areas. And last, it has fast and accurate autofocus. It uses TOF autofocus, which measures the distance between the camera and the subject and emits a beam of infrared light to help in bright and low light scenarios, and it's accurate. You can also enable face autofocus, and I stay sharp when I'm staying still and especially when I'm moving. I've been using the camera for weeks for live streaming, and my viewers have not seen a drastic difference from the Tail Air to my actual cameras, and with Twitch and YouTube's compression, no one's gonna notice it. Alright you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the top 8 features that I provided you about the OBSBOT Tail Air, and to be honest, I think from here on out, that is going to be my main camera when it comes to live streaming on both my Twitch, YouTube, Kick, so on, because it just offers so much with the PTZ capability, with the AI tracking, the automatic zooming. It is absolutely insane, and the quality of the image is really good to the point that my viewers, like I said, don't really see a difference. Plus the compression with streaming on the streaming platforms, they're not going to really see a difference. So it comes to the point, I'm using one of the OBSBOT Tail Air and I'm replacing 3 of my cameras. I'm literally replacing the Lumix S5, which is a full frame mirrorless camera, with a 50mm 1.8. This package alone is over $2,000. And so I'm going to be replacing this with the OBSBOT Tail Air. And I love the quality of this, but like I said, my viewers didn't really see much of a difference when it came from using this camera to using that, which is crazy to me. And then I also got my Lumix G7, which is a Micro Four Thirds camera with a 12mm 1.4 lens. So this was about $500. The lens is about $12.99. So again, very close to $2,000. And I literally had it right there on that little stand. And that was to get the wide angle shot of my setup. But because of that, having the PTZ capability and able to track me, I literally don't need this, which is crazy. And then the last camera I'm going to be replacing is the Sony RX100 Mark VI. This alone is like $1,300, which is crazy. And I had this as my G Fuel camera, so it was showcasing my wall of G Fuel, all the tubs, the ice and the mini fridge, so when I go grab some G Fuel, I could showcase that in the stream. But like I said, because of the PTZ capability, the tracking, the auto focusing, and the zoom in, I really don't need this point and shoot camera. I don't need the other one, and I don't need the third one as well. So all of that is thousands of dollars being saved on a PTZ camera from OBSBOT, the Tail Air, and that goes for $500. I also had the Lumix S5 with a 20mm T2 cine lens on a motorized slider, and it was going left and right on me, and that was just for more creativity to stand out when it comes to streaming. But honestly, the OBSBOT Tail Air dominates it. It just does so much more that this cannot do. And I know what you guys are thinking, the Tail Air costing $500 is really expensive for being a webcam, but like I said, it's not just a webcam, it is a natural camera. It has a bigger sensor, it has really good aperture in low light situations, it has HDR, has a built-in battery and a micro SD card, so you could take it with you to record, whereas typical webcams can't even give you that capability. So it is more than just a webcam. It is both a webcam and a camera, and there's multiple ways to connect it, and you guys saw all the features that I provided, so let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. But I'm gonna be honest, I think I need one more of the OBSBOT Tail Air. If I put it right there and I have it tracking me from a different angle, or maybe to track my dog when she's in the stream, I think that'll be really nice. One more of that and I'll be set. But there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and last reminder, use the code OBSBOT SPR right now on Amazon and you'll save 5% off, as well as if you guys use the code TechHD on OBSBOT's actual website, you guys will also save 5% off. And lastly, on Amazon Prime Day, which is on the 16th and the 17th, the Tail Air will be 10% off, and you guys can use the code and it will be stacked, and so it will be 15% off total. So definitely go check it out. Everything is going to be down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so that you guys can be notified whenever I upload a new video. Follow me on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok. As always, TechHD. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!